Okay, we're gonna double check and make sure that the volume's working all right. Seems like it's doing okay. Hey guys, welcome back. I am Hako, artist poet on PlayStation 4, and yeah, I'm doing the Exo challenge. I like them. They're kind of fun, except for when you have to die like 3 or 4 times in order for your ammo to reload. Anyway, so yeah. Um, Recently, a bunch of buddies of mine have been complaining about the attention contacting Destiny servers scroll that's been showing up underneath their gameplay, and it's kind of funny because my son and I have been getting that notification for many years. Never really seemed to have much of a problem in Destiny 1, but Destiny 2's just for some reason, I think it's the crossplay, honestly. Um, not sorry, not crossplay, cross save. Uh, it's a good step, and I think that's fantastic that you can have that you can move your PC character to your console or your console character to the PC and stuff like that if you wanted to make those kinds of changes. Um, Bungie is not the first company to do something like this. There's a lot of different gaming companies out there that will allow you to support different platforms with a single account, so that you don't have to kind of like redo everything each and every time you want to play with some friends that you made during a free to play weekend that that no they don't that you happen to sign in for. You're like, hey, this group is really good, but oh no, I made my character on PlayStation. Uh, and I want to go play on Xbox, or I want to go play on PC. Anyway, I don't know. It's just tinfoil hat right there, loaded full of salt. Um, and that's kind of all really I wanted to bring up, is that don't feel bad about the contacting Destiny servers, even though Bungie likes to splash on the screen that your connection is the problem, and it's your internet, and it's your console, and it's your internet provider, and it's your networking format. No, guys, don't get hurt. Don't feel like you're than uh, less than an audience member. Okay, that you're just spectating. You are a participant in this game. You have value and you have meaning in this game, believe it or not. And that in spite of Bungie's constant splash screens about how it's your fault that your connection sucks, um, that it's not their fault that they won't pony up the money for dedicated mega servers for PvP, or that they won't commit to some strong anti-cheat software so that hackers and assholes can't fucking DDoS the rest of the community so they can have the map all to themselves for whatever reasons. Don't yeah, don't think any of that. Don't feel like it's your fault, because it's not your fault, guys. Okay, you play the game the way you can. If it feels like the connection's kind of sluggish, don't play Destiny then. Just go find some other game to play into. I mean, personally, that's kind of what I do. I just, I, I, I play Destiny for a little bit, and then I get bored and I go somewhere else. So I just wanted to affirm to you that if you're feeling frustrated with the game, you're not alone. And it is not you. It is not your fault. It's the fact that Destiny will not grow with its community, that it refuses to expand its content to include other activities, because our community, as it grows, it diversifies. That's the benefit, of communities. That's the goal of a society, is to diversify and to explore and expand. And when all you're doing is fetch quests and yeah, fetch quests. It can get tedious, it can get redundant, and it can get boring, especially when it's all built up and trumped up to be some kind of like, grand experience, and it isn't. You want to have more to do in the game. You don't want to have to go and grind and fetch materials just to unlock a cosmetic, or buy a mod that you already own. Yeah. You're not trying to, you're not going on endless bounties and quests to try and spend 2,000, 3,000 plus mod components. Um, you're not going on MacGuffin hunts, and all that stuff. I mean, that's kind of like the core of your rudimentary RPG experience. Break in the door, kill the monster, take the treasure. Um, or you have to stop a war by talking some sense into oh, that's right. We don't solve any of our problems in this game with conversation, do we? There's a lot of talk, but there's never really actually any diplomacy. You don't get a multi-tree choice. Like say for instance, like in Mass Effect, you can react as an asshole, or you can react as a compassionate, sensitive individual, or you can react as somebody who is basically indifferent. There's no character alignment in there. There's no real role playing in this game. So yeah, sorry guys, sorry to disappoint you. But yeah, I mean, play the game for what it is. It's an arcade shooter. That's really what it is. It's an arcade shooter with some with inventory management, like I just did right now, or like I'm going to be doing right now. That's what it is. An arcade shooter inventory manager. Um, Destiny is really just one step slightly above a gotcha game. It really is. And the gotchas are the hand cannons and the sidearms and the shotguns. And what did I get as a? I don't think I got anything decent. Oh, I got a 1320 sidearm, the high albedo. You know what albedo means? It's the reflection of light from a surface. That's the measurement. That is what albedo is. It's a measurement of the reflection of light from a surface. Um, a thing with an albedo of 1, meaning 100%, is something like a mirror, where it's deliberately reflecting every photon that hits it right back at you, so you get to see things in the mirror. Whereas an albedo of 0 means it absorbs all the light. So, like a black hole technically has an albedo of 0 because it absorbs all the light, but that's all based on gravity, not actually photonic reactions. So, quick sci-fi tech there, courtesy of Neil deGrasse Tyson. He talked about albedo, and and it also correlates to the way we perceive the moon, and why sometimes the moon is kind of a ruddy orange or amber color, as opposed to what used to be blue blood moons. But fortunately, we're seeing fewer and fewer blood moons, to quote Tyson, because in the past 30 or so years, we've done a really good job of cleaning up our atmosphere. We don't have the high levels of pollution that used to cause the moon to refract red wavelengths back to us, because the light's not bouncing through all those particles. But anyway, so yeah, that's a really good gun roll too. I mean, full trigger system, I love, and high impact reserves. I mean, this might actually be worth taking into PvP. Now, like I said, Destiny is basically an arcade shooter gotcha game resource manager. Don't. It's not a first-person shared world shooter. That's so highfalutin, BS. That it's just like that's like saying that that's like calling a Big Mac a. I can't even stretch my imagination around that one, but you get what I'm saying, guys. Anyway, long story short, I'm going to wrap this under 10 minutes. Um, everyone that I've been talking with has been complaining about the attention contacting Destiny service thing. The big solution is basically back out of the game. Go ahead and try to reset your internet connection, um, and maybe go play a different game, or something like that. Um, and just remember that it's not always your fault. It could be the people you're playing with. If you're playing cross continental, because there's no geo filtering in Destiny. All right. I mean, I play more with Brazilians and guys from Australia than I play with my own home state, gamers. And I have like at least 5 friends on my playlist that are like literally in my own town. Um, but unfortunately, unlike me, they have real jobs and they go to work every day, and so I only get to play with them in the late evenings. Which by that time, I'm sorry. Thanks for stopping by, and ignore that last part. I was trying to be ironic, and it fails. I'm not an ironic person. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the game, no matter what, and I'll see you next time. I think, maybe, possibly, who knows.